personally think that there's a very large chance that Donald Trump will completely pull out of NATO, which will then dismantle most of NATO. I also know that it's really only the border countries to Russia that want NATO. The other countries in Europe do not want to continue paying into NATO. It's a very, very high price for them compared to their GDP monthly. It really doesn't make sense anymore. And we're not going to have border wars when we cut off the funding to fund the wars. So, for example, we had all this money coming out of America through USAID into border countries like Moldova, the country of Georgia, in order to fund color revolutions, riots in the street, trying to overthrow governments. And once you cut off the funding for these crazy people that want war, because war makes money, then you're not going to need this. The thing is, are we powerful enough? Can we band together to stop the puppets that are trying to rule the world and the globalists? And that is what I'm doing in Europe. I am traveling across Europe. I am forming a peaceful army of people, mostly in government, really across Europe, to be an ally with America as far out as Russia, Georgia, absolutely everywhere, in order for us to stand together against these globalist policies that want war, they want destruction, they don't want peace, they don't want prosperity, because those things don't make money. And we're going to stop it. We're going to come together and stop it. And I know that the conservatives are a minority right now. We're up against a European Commission, which is an unelected body. I think we're going to see massive changes in Europe regarding the European Union. I think a lot of member states are going to start to question if they really need the European Union. How many member states are going to start to pull out? And one of the things that I'm doing is an envoy as part of this position, which I've been recommended for, is we are creating a United States, European Union, Europe think tank. I'm already meeting with people all across Europe to discuss how are we going to deal with these agendas that we're being handed from the European Commission? What are we going to do about tariffs, USAID, Ukraine, Russia war? Anything that you can imagine, we're discussing how we're going to handle it. And there needs to be a better line of communication between members of government in Europe and the Trump administration. And that is what I'm going to be here for, to improve that diplomacy and those talks. That was one of the complaints in the first Trump White House, is that members of European Parliament did not feel like they had enough communication. So I really think in the next 4 years, there's going to be radical changes in Europe. I think we're going to be able to bring peace, and we're going to have to fight these globalist initiatives that are trying to destroy and control the entire world.